Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you today about something simple yet powerful. We all have dreams, aspirations, and a vision for our lives. But here's the truth, it's not the big events that change your life, but the small, consistent actions you take every day. Your future is built on the habits you cultivate today. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Make it a habit to begin your morning with a few minutes of quiet reflection, a moment to set your goals and to plan your priorities. This small act of discipline will create a ripple effect that influences your productivity, attitude, and success for the rest of the day. Leaders or readers. Spend just 15 to 30 minutes a day reading something that feeds your mind. Whether it's personal development, business, philosophy, or any subject that adds value to your life, make reading a daily habit. It expands your thinking, sharpens your skills, and makes you better equipped to face life's challenges. It's not about hitting the gym for hours each day. It's about moving your body every day, whether that's a brisk walk, stretching, or a short workout. Physical health impacts mental health, and a healthy body supports a sharp, energized mind. Commit to regular exercise, and you'll feel the difference in every area of your life. Gratitude is the key to happiness. Make it a habit to start each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. This small practice shifts your mindset from lack to abundance, from what's wrong to what's right. When you focus on gratitude, you invite more positivity into your life. Don't drift through your day. Set aside time each evening to plan the next day. What are your top 3 priorities? What are the obstacles you may face, and how will you overcome them? When you start planning ahead, you stop reacting to life and begin shaping it on your terms. Self-discipline isn't about punishment, it's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Whether it's making that extra sales call, eating healthier, or staying focused on a project, small acts of discipline add up over time and build the foundation for lasting success. Your environment shapes you. If you spend time with negative people, you'll absorb their negativity. Make it a habit to surround yourself with people who lift you up, who challenge you to grow, and who inspire you to be your best self. Your inner circle has a massive impact on your future. Be a giver. Whether it's your time, your knowledge, or your resources, make it a habit to give generously without expecting anything in return. The more you give, the more you'll receive. It's a universal law that flows through life. What you put out, you get back. Stagnation is the enemy of success. Never stop learning. Whether through formal education, courses, podcasts, or mentors, make continuous learning a non-negotiable habit. The world changes, and so should you. Growth is a choice, and it's a habit that will serve you throughout your entire life. At the end of each week or month, take time to reflect. What worked well? What didn't? What lessons can you apply moving forward? The habit of self-reflection keeps you on track and ensures that you're always improving. Life doesn't come with a manual, but your reflections are your guide to making better decisions. The way you begin your day can determine how the rest of it unfolds. You see, success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. And one of the most powerful choices you can make is the decision to start your day with purpose. Most people wake up to the sound of an alarm clock, scramble out of bed, and immediately dive into the chaos of the day. They let the world dictate the rhythm of their lives before they even have a chance to take control. But what if you could change that? What if, instead of reacting to the world, you set the tone for your day on your own terms? It all starts with a moment of clarity. When you open your eyes in the morning, don't just roll over and grab your phone. Take a deep breath and think about the day ahead. Ask yourself, what is my purpose for today? It doesn't have to be grand or complex. It could be as simple as, today I will be productive, or today I will be positive no matter what happens. By setting that intention, you've created focus. You've established a direction for your actions. And with focus comes power. Most people float through life without ever deciding what they want. They hope for good things to happen, but they don't set themselves up to achieve them. They're like a ship drifting aimlessly on the ocean, wondering why they're not going anywhere. But when you start your day with purpose, you're setting the rudder of that ship. You know where you're going and how you intend to get there. The first 10 minutes of your day are crucial. If you begin with purpose, you take charge of your attitude, your mindset, and your actions. It's like having a personal blueprint for success. You are designing your life before you even step out of bed. Ask yourself, what can I accomplish today that will bring me closer to my goals then? Write it down. Even the simple act of writing down your purpose for the day makes it real. It gives it weight. But starting your day with purpose doesn't just help you focus on tasks, it helps you focus on yourself. It's easy to get lost in the noise of life, the demands of others, and the busyness of work. But when you start your day with purpose, you're reminding yourself of your own value. You're telling yourself, I matter. My goals matter. My time matters, and when you believe that, when you truly understand the importance of your time and energy, you start using both more wisely. Starting with purpose also means taking responsibility for how the day unfolds. Life is full of unpredictable events, but how you respond to them is entirely up to you. Starting the day with purpose means that no matter what comes your way, you have a clear sense of direction, and you won't let the distractions, the setbacks, or the negativity of the world knock you off course. When you're clear on your purpose, you're better prepared to deal with challenges because you've already mentally committed to overcoming them. So I encourage you to begin each day with a moment of purpose. Don't just wait for life to happen to you. Set your intention. Visualize your goals. Focus on the things that truly matter. And take action on those things with energy and enthusiasm. The way you start your day doesn't just shape that day, it sets the stage for the life you want to create. Remember, success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from taking purposeful action day after day. And it all starts the moment you wake up. Reading every day is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate, yet it's one of the simplest. The act of reading is not just about absorbing information, it's about expanding your mind, broadening your perspective, and feeding your soul with wisdom that can transform your life. Many people spend their days focused on the immediate, the tasks, the emails, the meetings. But what's often missing is the time spent investing in your own development. Now, let's be clear, you don't have to read for hours at a time. In fact, just 15 to 20 minutes a day can be life-changing. But it's not about the quantity of time, it's about the consistency of the habit. If you read just a little bit every single day, over time, you'll gain more knowledge, more insights, and more strategies for success than most people will ever accumulate in their lifetime. Think about this. Every great idea that has shaped the world came from someone who spent time reading, thinking, and applying new knowledge. Books are the compressed experiences, thoughts, and lessons of others, distilled into pages that you can access whenever you need them. Why would you not want to tap into that kind of wisdom? It's available to you at the turn of a page. But it's not just the quantity of information that matters, it's the quality. When you read, you're not just looking to pass time or entertain yourself. You're looking for ideas that can make a difference in your life. Find books that inspire you, that challenge your thinking, that push you out of your comfort zone. If you read for personal development, business, or growth, you'll begin to see patterns emerge in your own thinking. You'll start to think bigger, dream bigger, and act bigger. When you read every day, you begin to understand the power of applied knowledge. It's not enough to simply read a book and walk away. The true value comes from taking what you've learned and putting it into practice. Imagine having a treasure chest of ideas, strategies, and insights ready to pull from at any time. That's what happens when you read regularly. Reading also sharpens your mind. It keeps your brain active, flexible, and ready for new challenges. And here's an important point. The mind is like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, it becomes weak. Reading is one of the best forms of mental exercise. It strengthens your ability to focus, your capacity to retain information, and your creative thinking. Over time, you'll notice how much more easily you solve problems, make decisions, and find opportunities. But the habit of reading goes beyond just building knowledge. It also exposes you to new ways of thinking. Every time you open a book, you open yourself to new perspectives, new ideas, and different ways of looking at the world. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to understand that everything you need to succeed is already available to you through the power of knowledge, the application of ideas, and the action you take. It's easy to say that you don't have time to read. But if you're honest with yourself, the real question is, are you prioritizing it? We all have the same 24 hours, yet some people are able to read and grow while others remain stagnant. It's about making the choice to invest in your personal development. Think of reading as an investment that yields returns far greater than any financial asset. When you invest in your mind, you create wealth that no one can take away from you. So make reading a daily habit. Make it as much a part of your routine as brushing your teeth or having a meal. Commit to it. Be intentional about it. If you want to be successful, start by feeding your mind with the ideas that can take you to the next level. Don't wait for some perfect moment to start. The perfect time is now. And the way you start is with a book in your hand and a determination to grow. Remember, success doesn't just happen, it's the result of consistent, focused effort. And that effort begins with the knowledge you gain every day through reading. So pick up a book, open your mind, and let it lead you toward the future you've always wanted. Exercise regularly. It's one of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can adopt, and it impacts every area of your life. You see, we often think of exercise as just a way to look better or lose weight, but it's much more than that. It's about strengthening not just your body, but also your mind and your spirit. When you make exercise a consistent part of your daily routine, you're setting the foundation for everything else in your life to thrive. We all know that the body is our vehicle through life. It carries us from one experience to the next, from one opportunity to another. But here's the thing, if you don't take care of your body, it starts to break down. The more you neglect it, the more you'll find yourself limited by its capabilities. And life, my friend, is too precious to live in a body that isn't performing at its best. That's why exercise isn't a luxury or a fleeting goal, it's a necessity. When you exercise regularly, you're doing something that has a profound effect on your mental clarity, your energy, and your overall well-being. Think about it after a good workout. How do you feel? Energized, refreshed, and ready to take on the day. It's because exercise releases endorphins, those natural chemicals in your body that promote happiness, reduce stress, and create a sense of accomplishment. Just a few minutes of physical activity can change your entire mood, set you on a positive course, and allow you to approach the day with confidence. But it's not just about feeling good in the moment. Exercise has long-term benefits that compound over time. When you're in good physical shape, you sleep better, you eat better, and you think better. Your mind becomes sharper, your focus more intense. And this is crucial because the clearer and sharper your mind, the better your decision-making becomes. The more disciplined you are with your body, the more disciplined you'll be in other areas of your life. Exercise also builds resilience. Every time you push yourself to do one more rep, run one more mile, or hold that plank for just a few seconds longer, you're training your mind to endure, to push through discomfort, and to keep going even when things get tough. And that's a lesson you can take with you beyond the gym. The mental strength you develop through physical exercise carries over into your work, your relationships, and your personal growth. You'll find yourself facing life's challenges with more confidence, more grit, and a deeper sense of determination. But here's the thing, it's not about perfection. It's about consistency. You don't need to be a fitness expert or a bodybuilder to reap the benefits of exercise. It's the simple, regular acts that make the difference. Whether you're walking, stretching, doing yoga, or lifting weights, what matters most is that you make exercise a habit. It's the commitment to showing up day after day that creates results. A few minutes a day is all it takes to start, and as time passes, you'll begin to notice how much stronger, more energized, and more capable you feel. And don't forget, exercise doesn't just affect your body and mind, it impacts your relationships and your career too. People are drawn to energy, to vitality, to a sense of well-being. When you feel good about yourself, you exude confidence, and that confidence is contagious. Your energy will attract opportunities, and your health will allow you to seize them. Your ability to show up at your best day in and day out will be a direct result of how well you take care of yourself. So make exercise a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Set aside time for it, just as you would for a meeting or a task. Commit to your body's health and well-being, and watch as it transforms not only how you feel, but how you perform in every area of your life. When you take care of your body, you take care of your future. And remember, your body is your most valuable asset. Treat it that way. Exercise regularly and watch how it changes your life in ways you can't yet imagine. Gratitude is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate. It's simple, yet transformative. You see, life is full of challenges, setbacks, and difficult moments, but in every situation, there's always something to be thankful for. And when you make gratitude a consistent practice in your life, you begin to shift your perspective in a way that makes everything around you better. The world is constantly giving us signals, sometimes loud, sometimes subtle. And the way we respond to those signals determines the quality of our lives. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the ability to see the good in every situation. It's easy to focus on what's wrong, what you don't have, or what hasn't gone according to plan. But when you focus on what you do have, on the abundance that already exists in your life, you begin to attract more of it. Imagine waking up each day, and instead of immediately jumping into the stress of the day, you take a moment to reflect on the things you're grateful for. It could be the simple fact that you woke up, the people who love you, the opportunities you have, or even the challenges that help you grow. Gratitude opens your eyes to the beauty of life, even in the midst of adversity. And when you see the beauty in your life, you begin to radiate a positive energy that changes everything around you. Gratitude is not about ignoring the tough times or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what's good, what's right, and what's worth celebrating. Every challenge you face has a lesson, and when you practice gratitude, you start to see those lessons more clearly. Gratitude helps you maintain a positive mindset, which in turn fuels your motivation to keep moving forward. It's a reminder that every day is a gift, even when it doesn't feel that way. Now, you might be wondering, how do I make gratitude a habit? It's simple, but it takes consistency. Start by taking just a few moments each day to write down or think about what you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be a long list. Just 3 things every day can have a profound impact on your life. At first, it may feel like a small exercise, but over time, it will change the way you approach each day. You'll begin to notice more good things, big and small, and those moments of appreciation will become the foundation of your happiness and success. When you practice gratitude, you train your mind to focus on abundance, not scarcity. The more you appreciate what you have, the more you realize just how much you've been given. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more money, more success, more things, but gratitude reminds you that the most valuable things in life cannot be bought or acquired. They are already with you. Your health, your relationships, your ability to learn, and the opportunities you have to make a difference, these are the treasures that matter most. And gratitude doesn't just change your mindset, it changes your relationships. When you express appreciation for the people in your life, they feel valued. Whether it's a simple thank you to a colleague, a heartfelt note to a friend, or showing love to your family, your gratitude strengthens those bonds. People want to be around others who appreciate them, who recognize their worth, and who see the best in them. Gratitude makes you a magnet for positive energy and opportunities. Think about how much time and energy we often spend on complaints, regrets, or frustrations. How much more productive would your life be if you spent that same energy focusing on what you're grateful for? Gratitude has the power to transform even the most difficult situations. When you approach life with a grateful heart, challenges become opportunities, problems become lessons, and struggles become stepping stones. It's a mindset shift, and it starts with the small, consistent act of recognizing the good. So practice gratitude daily. In the morning, take a moment to reflect on the blessings in your life. In the evening, look back and give thanks for what the day has brought you. When you do this consistently, your entire outlook on life will shift. You'll see more opportunities, experience more joy, and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. Gratitude is the foundation for a life of abundance and fulfillment. And when you live from a place of gratitude, you become a magnet for all the good things life has to offer. Taking time to plan is one of the most overlooked yet powerful habits you can adopt in life. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of daily activities, emails, phone calls, meetings, errands, and before you know it, the day is gone. But here's the thing, if you don't plan your life, life will plan you. Without a plan, you're just drifting along, reacting to what happens instead of actively creating your own destiny. Planning is not about knowing every detail of the future, it's about setting a direction. Think of it like a roadmap. If you don't know where you're going, how will you know when you've arrived? The truth is, success doesn't just happen by chance, it's the result of deliberate, focused action. And that action begins with planning. Every successful person I've ever met, every high achiever, all share one common trait: they are deliberate in their planning. They take time at the beginning of each day, each week, and each month to decide where they're headed and what they need to do to get there. They don't leave their future to chance, and neither should you. It's not about creating a rigid schedule that you follow without flexibility. It's about setting clear intentions for what you want to accomplish. When you plan, you're deciding what matters most. You're prioritizing your goals, your tasks, and your time. And when you know what's important, you make better decisions throughout the day. You stop wasting time on distractions and start focusing on the things that bring you closer to your desired outcome. Here's the secret: planning doesn't have to be complicated. It starts with taking a few moments in the morning to think about the day ahead. Ask yourself, what are my top 3 priorities for today? What do I need to accomplish in the next few hours to move closer to my goals? When you answer these questions, you begin the day with a sense of purpose. You are no longer a passenger in your own life, you are the driver. Planning also forces you to reflect on where you are and where you want to be. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of day-to-day life, but when you take the time to plan, you're reminding yourself of your bigger vision. You're aligning your actions with your long-term goals. It's like looking at a map before you begin your journey. You need to know where you're headed if you want to get there efficiently. But the real power of planning is that it allows you to be proactive instead of reactive. How many times have you faced a problem or a setback and thought, if I had only planned for that? Planning doesn't eliminate obstacles, but it prepares you for them. By thinking ahead, you can anticipate potential challenges and create strategies to overcome them. You reduce the likelihood of being caught off guard and find solutions before problems become crises. Now, don't make the mistake of thinking that planning is just about work or tasks. It's about life. It's about planning for your health, your relationships, your personal growth, and your happiness. Your plan should be holistic. Yes, it's important to plan your work and set goals for your career, but it's equally important to plan for the other areas of your life that bring you fulfillment. How often do you take the time to plan for your personal development, your physical health, or your relationships? These areas of life are just as important as your career, and they need attention too. And here's the best part: when you plan consistently, it reduces stress. When you're clear on what needs to be done and when, you're less likely to feel overwhelmed. You stop wasting time wondering what you should be doing and start executing with confidence. Your mind becomes clearer, your purpose becomes sharper, and you move forward with certainty. So take time to plan. Don't leave your future to chance. Set aside a few minutes each day to reflect on your goals, prioritize your tasks, and take intentional action toward your vision. And remember, the more you plan, the more control you have over your life. Planning isn't just about organizing your day, it's about creating the future you want. Your dreams don't come true by accident. They come true through deliberate, thoughtful action. And that starts with a plan. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of success. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's about making the right choices, day in and day out, even when temptation or convenience would have you do otherwise. And let me tell you, the life you want, your dreams, your goals, the kind of success you're striving for is not going to come to you by accident. It will come to you because you choose to act with self-discipline, consistently over time. You see, most people talk about wanting success, but they aren't willing to make the sacrifices it takes to achieve it. They aren't willing to make the tough choices, to put in the work, and to delay immediate gratification for the sake of long-term rewards. Self-discipline is about making those tough choices. It's about saying no to distractions, saying no to what feels good in the moment, and saying yes to what matters most. You don't develop self-discipline overnight, but here's the good news: it's a habit that can be built, one step at a time. Just like a muscle, the more you exercise self-discipline, the stronger it becomes. And once you begin practicing it regularly, you'll notice something remarkable: it becomes easier. The more you stick to your goals, even when the going gets tough, the more you reinforce your willpower. Over time, you find yourself making better decisions automatically. Your self-discipline becomes a part of who you are. But here's the secret most people don't understand: self-discipline isn't about being rigid or harsh with yourself. It's about mastering yourself. It's about developing control over your own habits, your time, your actions, and your energy. You become the master of your own destiny. You stop waiting for motivation to strike, because you know that self-discipline is more powerful than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but self-discipline remains steady. It's a consistent force that keeps you on course, even when the path gets difficult. Think about the most successful people in the world. What do they all have in common? It's not just talent or intelligence, it's their ability to stay disciplined in the face of obstacles. They've learned to push through discomfort, to show up when they don't feel like it, and to keep their focus on the bigger picture. They know that success is not about instant gratification, but about doing what's necessary day after day, even when it's hard. And here's something crucial to understand: self-discipline is about freedom. It's not about restriction, it's about creating the space in your life to do what truly matters. When you develop discipline in your habits, you gain more control over your time, your energy, and your actions. You can accomplish far more than you ever thought possible because you're no longer wasting time on things that don't serve your goals. You're free to focus on what really matters, the things that move you toward your vision of success. Now, developing self-discipline isn't always easy. It means saying no to the things that drain you, whether that's unhealthy habits, toxic relationships, or distractions that keep you from your goals. It means having the strength to push through the discomfort when things get tough. But here's the beauty of it: the more disciplined you become, the more you begin to see results. And those results drive you to keep going. You'll find that self-discipline rewards you in ways you can't even predict. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Every time you make the disciplined choice, you are building momentum. And momentum is powerful. When you develop discipline in one area of your life, it starts to spill over into others. You'll find yourself more focused in your work, more dedicated in your relationships, and more committed to your health. Self-discipline is like a domino effect. It creates positive changes that ripple throughout every part of your life. So start where you are. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because there's never a perfect moment. Begin today in the small things and build from there. If you want to become a person who achieves big things, you need to be the kind of person who practices self-discipline in the small things. Your success isn't determined by grand gestures, it's determined by the daily habits, the consistent actions, and the choices you make every single day. And remember, self-discipline isn't just about doing the hard things, it's about doing the right things. It's about staying focused on your goals, even when it's inconvenient, and making decisions that move you forward. The more you embrace self-discipline, the more control you'll have over your life, and the closer you'll get to the success you're working for. Avoiding negative influences is one of the most important decisions you can make for your personal growth. Life is full of distractions, and some of them are toxic. Negative influences, whether they come from people, environments, or even the media you consume, can pull you down, cloud your judgment, and derail your progress. And if you're serious about success, you cannot afford to let these forces have any hold on you. You see, we are all deeply influenced by the people and things we surround ourselves with. The relationships you nurture, the conversations you engage in, the content you consume, all of these things shape your mindset, your outlook, and ultimately your destiny. If you spend your time with negative, complaining, or small-minded people, you will start to think the same way. If you expose yourself to negativity, you'll find yourself feeling more discouraged, more frustrated, and less motivated to chase your dreams. It's like trying to run a race with an anchor tied to your leg. No matter how fast or hard you try to move, you're constantly being held back. The key is to recognize when negativity enters your life and to consciously remove it. Negative people, negative thoughts, and negative environments are all distractions. They are obstacles that stand in the way of your goals. And while you can't always control every negative influence that comes your way, you have total control over how you respond to it. You have the power to set boundaries, to limit your exposure to negativity, and to replace those influences with things that build you up rather than tear you down. It's not always easy to avoid negative influences, especially when they come from people you care about or situations you're used to. But here's the truth: if you want to go somewhere you've never been, you have to do things you've never done. This means being willing to distance yourself from things that no longer serve you, no matter how comfortable or familiar they may be. You have to surround yourself with people who elevate you, challenge you, and support your growth. You have to find environments that inspire you and help you focus on the bigger picture. Think about the people you spend your time with. Do they uplift you? Do they encourage your dreams? Or do they drain your energy, fill your head with doubt, or remind you of what's impossible? If you want to grow, you must seek out relationships that inspire you to be your best. If you're constantly hearing complaints, pessimism, or negativity, it will slowly chip away at your optimism and drive. But when you surround yourself with those who encourage you, who challenge you to think bigger, and who support your vision, you begin to believe in yourself in ways you never thought possible. And don't think for a second that it's only the people you interact with directly that influence you. The information you consume matters just as much. The news, social media, TV shows, and even books, everything you expose yourself to has an impact on your mindset. If you're constantly watching the news filled with doom and gloom, if you're scrolling through social media filled with negativity and comparison, you'll start to feel defeated. If you fill your mind with garbage, you'll get garbage results. But if you choose to consume positive, empowering information, books, podcasts, speeches, and media that inspire you, your mindset will shift. You'll begin to think more creatively, more optimistically, and more resourcefully. So here's the bottom line: you are the sum total of the influences you allow into your life. If you want to change your life, you must be intentional about what you let in. If you want to achieve your goals, surround yourself with people who support your vision and who encourage you to take action. Choose environments that keep you focused and motivated. Fill your mind with information that helps you grow, not information that keeps you stuck. It's not enough to just avoid negativity in your surroundings. You also need to eliminate the negative influences within yourself. Stop telling yourself that things are too hard, that you're not good enough, or that it's too late to start. Negative self-talk can be just as damaging as any external negative influence. When you catch yourself thinking or speaking negatively, replace those thoughts with more empowering ones. Remind yourself of your potential, your worth, and the power of taking consistent action. Avoiding negative influences isn't about being selfish or cutting people out of your life. It's about protecting your future. It's about choosing the path that leads to your highest potential, and that path requires you to be mindful of what you allow into your life. Remember, you're in control of your environment, your relationships, and your mindset. If you want to be successful, surround yourself with what nurtures your growth and eliminate what holds you back. There is a simple truth in life: the more you give, the more you receive. It's a principle that has stood the test of time, yet too many people overlook it. They think success comes from accumulating and taking, but in reality, the key to lasting success lies in giving. The act of giving is not just about money or material things. It's about your time, your effort, your knowledge, your kindness, and your energy. When you adopt the mindset of giving before you expect to receive, you will start to see the world unfold in ways that are beyond your imagination. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why should I give if I don't have enough? The truth is, when you begin to give, you start to attract abundance into your life. It's the law of sowing and reaping. Every time you give, whether it's a compliment, a helping hand, or sharing your wisdom, you plant a seed. And over time, those seeds will grow into something remarkable. The universe, or life itself, has a way of rewarding generosity. It's not always immediate, but the rewards of giving are always worth it. The act of giving doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out. It doesn't mean you have to give everything you have. In fact, the most powerful gifts often come from what you have in abundance: your time, your attention, or your passion. For instance, giving your time to someone who needs it, whether it's helping a colleague with a project or spending time with a friend who's going through a tough time, often brings more value than anything material. When you give your full attention and energy to someone or something, you send a powerful message that says, "I care," and caring is one of the most valuable currencies you can give. When you give, you also give yourself the opportunity to learn and grow. Think about this: when you offer your expertise to others, you reinforce your own knowledge. You learn by teaching. When you give your time to help someone, you often discover something new about yourself or the world around you. Giving pushes you to step outside of your comfort zone, to stretch your limits, and to rise to new challenges. And in return, you often receive something far greater than you could have imagined: a sense of purpose, a deeper connection, or a new opportunity. But the real magic of giving lies in its ability to create a ripple effect. When you give to others, you set off a chain reaction. You inspire others to give, and soon giving becomes the standard. You create a culture of generosity, one that enriches not just your own life, but the lives of everyone around you. This is how communities are built. This is how relationships grow. This is how success multiplies. Giving creates an energy, a flow, that comes back to you tenfold in ways you may not even expect. Now, giving doesn't mean being naive or sacrificing your own well-being. It's not about giving to the point where you neglect your own needs. Giving is about balance. You must give, but also make sure you are taking care of yourself, your health, your finances, and your personal growth. Giving comes from a place of abundance, not scarcity. And when you give from a place of abundance, you tap into a limitless source. Giving doesn't drain you, it refuels you. But here's the key: you don't give with the expectation of receiving anything in return. That's not true giving. When you give with the intention of receiving, you're not truly giving, you're simply trading. True giving is selfless. It's about creating value for others without thinking about what you'll get out of it. When you let go of the expectation of something in return, that's when you open the door to receiving the most unexpected and extraordinary rewards. Remember, success is not a zero-sum game. You don't have to take from others to get ahead. You don't have to compete for success. The more you give, the more opportunities you create for yourself and others. The more value you put into the world, the more value will come back to you. This principle applies to all areas of life, business, relationships, and personal growth. When you serve others, when you give your time, your resources, and your energy, you position yourself to receive everything you need and more. The universe doesn't forget acts of kindness. It's as if life itself acknowledges your efforts and responds in kind. So make giving a habit. Give without hesitation and give without expectation. Give your time, your wisdom, your kindness, and your talents. When you give freely, you invite abundance into your life. And the beauty of it is this: the more you give, the more you receive. And when you understand this principle, you will find that life begins to flow in a way that is rich with opportunities, connections, and success. Give before you receive, and watch how the world begins to give back to you.